in January, our Dr. Patel and Professor Joe Littman joined us in Taipei, in Tokyo, in Seoul, and Beijing. And we met up more than 500 applicants here. And we are very happy, very inspired by the whole event. And that's why we decided to do the second one in Asia to meet up more talented Asian students. We are not just a US business school, not a UK business school. We are a global international business school. In the whole world right now, we have 5 campuses. They are Boston, San Francisco, Dubai, and London. These 4 are full-time campuses, and we have 1 part-time campus in Shanghai. Professor Ziff, he has an MBA and PhD from New York University, and he is also a member of Hope International Business School in Boston and Burnett Business School in Israel. He has been a faculty member of Tel Aviv University as well, and he has lectured for many years in the executive programs of Harvard, of Wharton, and Northwestern University. And he is also a professional director of Zip Consulting and Training Company. So now, without further ado, shall we welcome our Professor Zip.
High technology is a driving force of many advanced economies in the world. The interesting thing about high technology is that it changed the way of new things. We are really investing in technology in order to generate products that will do things that we couldn't do before. High-tech products essentially mean that the company invested heavily in research and development. There are different kinds of high technology products depending on how close they are to the frontier of technology, something not existing before, or how close they are to a new market, a new marketing newness. In other words, getting into a market, an area that was nobody had done before. Many people come to a company and say, I have a new idea. I think this is a terrific possibility. The company says, well, we are afraid, we are not so sure. Remember, all high-tech is uncertain because you're doing something not existing before many times. The newer the technology, the less clear it is that it's going to be successful. Marketing is more oriented to the long term, to develop the right products so that people would like to buy it. So essentially, the important function of marketing is to generate products that people want. One of the things that you see in iPad and in some other successful products is that you combine different technologies. Okay, different technologies are kind of put together in order to make a success. Okay, sometimes nothing is new. But what is new is the combination of technology, and that changes the rule of the game.
We have experience, Jay and I, in teaching in many countries, not only in Israel and in America, where I taught for 18 years at Boston University, and for 28 years at Tel Aviv University. It's so exciting for me to teach in HALT and to have all the students coming from so many countries.
HALT became the best option even though it wasn't in Canada, because it provided me the opportunity to get international experience, get to work with a great group of people that I've never met before but I know are going to provide me with a cultural experience that you don't get at every other school. So I decided to go with HALT, and I've been very happy with it so far. So the great thing about HALT is not everybody comes in at the same level of education. So the first month is what we call Toolbox, and that gives everybody a basic level of education so that you can go into Module A and really hammer down on all the fundamentals of business. So Toolbox is great for me because I don't come from a finance background. So it gave me an opportunity to learn extra information so that I would be prepared for Module A and Module B. And if you work really hard and you work with professors as closely as you're able to at Holt, which is much more close than any other school that I ever applied to and had an experience with, you're going to get so much out of this education, and it's really helpful.
Well, I'm Luis Escamilla. I'm from Mexico, a high-ranking university. It's a very good program degree. And it's also, because 1 year, the return on investments, you get it fast, very, very fast. Where in other American programs or in the European programs, it's 18 months or up to 24 months. So that kind of delays the time that you're going to be paid, and also you're losing the opportunity to be making money. One of the major reasons that Holt convinced me was the global rotation program. To me, that was very, very appealing. This is something that I'm doing now. So although I'm based in Dubai, I'm rotating to Shanghai. So I knew what the American education was about. So I wanted to experience something different. So I say, okay, if I go to Dubai, that is completely different from what I'm used to. It's a Muslim country, it's in the Middle East, so everything is going to be different, and that's something I really want to experience. But just because of being in Dubai, I've got the experience to meet people from all over the world, and that is something that definitely at Mexico I couldn't have experienced. Now in terms of career services, to me it has been very helpful. Career services is doing a mentorship program. So they put you in contact with a very high experienced manager in one of the industries, in one of the top companies in the industries you want to work at in the future. So I really encourage you to join Holt as well. It's a 1 year program. You have the choice to go to 5 different campuses. You have the unique opportunity of interacting with so many nationalities and cultures, and you have a tremendous career services department. So I would be glad to see you next year there.